7 of the VollGazzRacing Season 3 main class. It is cloudy conditions currently at Circuit de Jerez. Joe is the first person out, as usual. But we got a few riders missing today, but got Matthias, who smoked the field yesterday, and he's going to be on board the Idemitsu Honda compared to his normal Red Bull KTM. It's going to be interesting to see the difference in the two bikes, and also how he can do in this field, as Joe ends his lap early. So we got Matthias, where are you? Oh, he's reside his lap. Nelson is now the lead man. So Nelson lost the championship lead last time out after a crash at turn 1. Also not the way he wanted to Tim to go as he gets on the grass, and he is down. So now it's Matthias who once again leads the way. Yeah, not the way
Moxie actually waited for a tow there, it looked like. I didn't quite catch it, but it looked like he waited for Matthias to go past and then...
But, Leon and... Hang on, Leon and... the two Power Boys are actually the first ones out at the moment, so these two looking to make advantage, because Leon showed some good signs early on. He's had a little bit of a blip, but hopefully he can iron that out and get back on the... inside the top 5. And if yesterday's race is anything to go by, then could be in for a bit of chaos. So now it goes through turns 9 and 10. All nice and smooth. Around turn 11 and 12.
Moxie a bit wide on the green. We'll have to be a bit strict with them like we were yesterday. Yeah, Moxie's lost his lap. He's just pulled out anyway. We will have to keep an eye on the guys. So
Matthias got an invalid thing, but that might be
Ras on the green. Oh, Ras on the green.
Leon sets the banker lap. And Josh
one of the other guys behind them.
That is not a good lap. Matthias goes first. Joe, where's Joe? Where's Joe? I can't find Joe.
Yeah, he has.
Kami,
okay, nice.
So Kami crosses the line, and he goes third. Joe crosses the line and goes first by 0.4 of a second. So Matthias currently second. The top 4 covered just under 0.7 of a second. And Nelson now going round the final 3 corners as everyone gets out of his way nicely. Deck with red sector 1 deck last time they were here. Smoked the field like like Matthias did yesterday. See how he does this time as Nelson crosses the line and goes second. Now a championship leader deck.
Yep.
Is Deck the man to beat? Did some great battling last week with Kami. Hopefully we're gonna have some more of that this week.
Yep.
So let's see, Deck now goes through turn 9. Another red sector, yep, so this could be some form of 33 as he goes on the green.
Yep. You have to give the warning if you went on the green. Matthias, where is he?
He's currently going through turn 7. You got Josh, Kami, Leon, all in a line.
Yeah.
So I think Josh is the head of the pack. Josh with a really slow opening lap, so he'll be looking to it.
Oh, he's pulled out.
Yeah. So Kami.
He's pulled out the lap.
Yeah. So Kami now through turn.
I'll keep an eye on Matthias.
11. Kami being very nice and smooth.
Matthias on the green.
And Nelson with a red sector 2, so that's kind of surprising really that that's the sector he's done it in. That red sector 1. So Kami now across the line and he jumps into second place. Leon has lost it in the 3rd sector. If you can find him across the line, does not improve.
Moxie had a massive moment on the rear there. He only pulled up the lap.
Or 3rd red sector for Nelson.
Huge moment.
Still 2 red sectors for Deck.
Ras as well.
Nelson very nicely through there. Hasn't got any traffic to worry him this time. Takes final corner very nicely. Bit tight, bit of curb there, so that's not going to help him. And also he's changed his number to 74 due to his game and PS4 having a meltdown. But Nelson goes pole for now, as now we see Deck going through the final sector.
Ras on the green again. Deck look clean.
Oh, Matthias has crashed.
Okay, Ras is going to set his lap. He's the one of the fortunate didn't go out in time, but he does move into fourth as Deck
Deck with a 32.9.
How do you say he didn't like this track?
It's probably one of the most difficult on the calendar, but
yeah,
Josh now around final sector. Got his teammate Leon in front of him. Around the final
just about
corner.
keeping it in track limits. But in a bit
It's
wide, but he will
Moxie's
get
had
a
a
nice
fall.
drive.
Across the line.
Gosh, now.
Improves by quite a bit.
Yeah.
And Joe jumps into second place with a 33 flat.
Moxie currently the only person to not set out a lap, but I don't know if Moxie's done a lot of training for this round. So I'm guessing if he does set a lap, it will show whether he has or not, because when he does train a fair amount like he was last season when he was aboard the Monster Yamaha, he seemed a lot more confident on that bike, I think. He was doing really well, so I think he was just practicing more and more and more because his confidence was high. So and he was winning races as well, and he still does have podium potential on this bike as well when he kind of puts a lot of work in. So you know, hopefully he'll be able to get a good qualifying lap in and set a lap, as he is still the only rider at the moment to not have set a lap. But he's not on pole time as expected, because Deck and Joe are so far
Joe's
ahead.
crashed.
Or it's quite high up, so Moggs, I'd say Moggs, you'll probably go about 6th, do you reckon? It'll be about a spot for a banker.
I have no idea, but Nelson's crashed.
Oh, he hits the grass, and he goes very
onto
much
the
onto
dust.
the green. And again,
And he's backed out.
pulled out.
So Cammy now going through sector 3. Cammy 1.1 off, so maybe her ref is not his strongest of circuits. We'll have to see as Nelson spawns in front of him, but nothing to worry about.
Cammy looking good through there, staying within limits into Lorenzo corner. He fires that Yamaha out, and he looks like he is gonna improve this lap. Where will it put him? Who's the third place ahead of Nelson?
So Moggs is
Not too
crashed
far
again.
behind Deck.
So it looks like the top 3 are quite close in terms of pace. What the race pace is going to look like, God knows. Because if we have sunny weather or even rain, that'll throw things right up in the air.
Yep.
And he comes
rain
across
is
the
a
line.
condition that a lot of the riders wouldn't want to see, and doesn't improve, unfortunately. Joe on a personal best currently, and he is following his teammate.
Yeah.
So he's got a bit of a marker there of his teammate that he can build up on, and he could be able to just about catch up to him by the final corner, maybe. And might get a bit of slipstream off him, maybe. As Ras pulls out, unfortunately. So that idea of getting a slipstream is not worked out for Joe, unfortunately, unless his teammate now decides to come out the pits. But
no, it's Leon. It's Joe runs over the green.
Joe on the green. Did I see that then?
Just ever so slightly by an absolute whisker. Very, very marginal.
Yeah, at least I was not the only one.
Oh, Josh loses the front at the final corner. Way too much corner entry speed. And Matthias now goes across
again
the
on the
line.
lap. Yeah.
unable
Moxie's
to
the only
improve.
person really at the end of the lap as everyone's kind of starting their new one. So Moxie's got clear ground in front of him at the moment. Okay, nobody's pulled out in front of him, so he's got clear track.
That was
Very
right
slight.
on the.
Yeah,
that's not on the edge at all.
That's not on the edge. Yeah. He's not pulling up the lap. He's not pulling out of it.
I think he just wants a lap at this point. He's not. He's going to fifth.
Yeah, that shouldn't have happened. That shouldn't have happened at all.
Let's see him cruise or something. Let's put that. Put him. Well, at least we know where he should be. That's something useful.
Yeah, should I put a message in the chat saying his lap's cancelled, or?
Not yet, because he might still improve, and that message will just turn irrelevant.
Yeah, true.
So anyway, Ras now into the third.
I'll get the message ready just in case.
So Joe currently improving red in sector 2. So good stuff there. As Leon pulls out the lap, as he enters sector 4. As Dex had a fall in sector 2, I believe, probably turn 5. As I hear, Moxie's crashed. The graphic didn't come up, but I saw the hit marker and I heard the bike scraping across the ground and stuff. There he is on the last corner. So can Ras jump positions? No, so close. And Josh now getting that rear twitch on the Ducati, as the Ducati has no grip on the rear. Is now going to the final sector, round turn 12 nicely. So we've seen this season really.
Moxie has a crash.
We've seen this season really that Pramax in terms of quality pace don't seem to have it, but when it comes to the race, they're a bit closer with the consistency. So across the line and gains half a second, but 9 off unfortunately. As Nelson and Matthias are in the final sector. So Matthias goes round the final corner. For some reason there's no engine sounds. It's a bit annoying, but Joe over red sector 2 again. Matthias crosses the line and improves by 1/10 of a second. What can Nelson do? He will be looking to just get in front of the deck. With Joe on the grass there, that will not help his sector 3 at all. He's had a bit of trouble at turn 7 a few times in his training.
See on the green. Joe as well, yeah. Coming to the end of his lap. Where is he? Joe, where are you?
He's at turn 12 now, very nicely done. And now to the final corner. Can this be enough for pole position? Let's see. Very nicely around the final corner. He's got that quite
nice actually. Yep.
And
here
down
we go,
the straight,
Joe.
And he goes pole, by 34 thousandths of a second. Josh currently improving. Where's Cammy? Cammy improves by so close, so fine, such fine margins even.
Yeah. Let's watch the other guys now.
Josh now round the final corner.
A lot of them are going for a one last lap.
Josh jumps his teammate. So that'll be good for him.
Obviously behind his teammate, so the LCR boys going round together currently.
Rasin goes into 5th. Matthias now in sector 2. Deck improving in sector 2 as well. So Deck, who lost. Oh,
Nelson had a crash. Turn 1.
So Deck had a. Joe was faster than Deck in sectors 2 and 4. So Deck will be looking to improve in those 2 sectors. As Matthias nicely hooking up turn 10. And now all Josh spawns round turn 11 and into turn 12. Very neat by Matthias. As he goes into the final corner, he loses the front.
Oh, loses the front. He will get another lap, and if he's quick.
Yeah, he should be able to. His Brass is at a crashing Deck into the final corner. He's red in sector 3. Is his sector 4 good enough? As he comes down the straight, using all the curb, he crosses the line and jumps back into first position. And can be so close to the grass there at turn 8.
I'll get the message ready just in case to put it into the chat.
And now through sector 3, Cammy improving. Leon's crash, that is his qualifying over. Can Cammy snatch any positions on this last lap here? Very aggressive through turn 11 and now into the final corner, nice and wide. A lot of corner entry speed, takes a very wide mid-apex. Uses all the curb light deck and he goes across the line and he improves by a tenth, but it is not enough. Nelson in 4th. Looks like it's going to stay that way. But his pace, his quality pace anyway, doesn't seem to be that great. But hopefully his race pace will be able to prevent Deck from clearing off that, because that is his biggest fear. As Josh now into the final corner. Really improved. Matthias is improving as well. Josh crosses the line, does not improve. Ras has crashed.
On an invalidated lap. There he is.
Yeah.
I thought he was on a lap.
Ras crashes at turn 11. Matthias now round the final corner.
Will he get a lap in? He will. He went this lap. Come on. Yep. Right, I'll put the message out. Oh, and apologies, I just had to sort something out, and you do have your grid for the Jerez round of VollGazzRacing. You have Deck on pole with a pretty good lap there of 132.7, followed by Joe, 0.1 behind him, with Cammy in 3rd. So the front row actually quite quicker than the field. In 4th you've got Nelson, and in 5th you've got Ras, with Matthias on his wildcard ride in the main class in 6th. On the 3rd row of the grid, and rounding off the grid today, you've got Josh, Eon, and Mogsy with the lap cancellation. Apologies for the delay there with me doing the grid. I just had to sort something out in another chat, but we will get ahead with the race, and the conditions have already appeared for me. I don't know about you guys.
And they are clear, sunny skies. So
and it is a clear race.
Maybe not perfect conditions, but conditions they are probably most used to.
Yeah, I mean the rear tyre could be an issue here for some riders, and in my opinion, especially the Ducatis in a clear, sunny Jerez, because the track's going to be quite hot. And from the past few rounds I've seen from tyres, the Ducatis have struggled with temperatures on their rear tyre. So it'll be an interesting one with what the guys choose, really. What would you normally go for the rear? I'd probably go for a hard really.
There's no other choice, really. There's no other choice, really.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a hard. Yeah.
Temperatures are too high.
The front, it depends on how much you work. The front
Maybe
end
medium
really,
or hard, depending on the bike, really, and how the confidence is in the temperature and etc. I think last time I chose a hard and it worked well, but medium could have also worked.
Yeah, as everybody readies up quite quickly actually.
Yeah.
And The guys are lined up and they're ready to go. With a very, very strong front row of Deck, Joe and Cammy. These guys, judging by their qualifying pace, should pull away, but we will find out in about 5 seconds when the race gets underway.
It is go.
So go.
And it is going to be Joe Matthias who gets the launch into turn 1. Oh my god, Deck, Nelson, Joe have all gone straight on into turn 1. So
yeah, that was a pretty...
Wow. So Matthias leads the way like he did yesterday. Ras in second and Cammy in third. 2 Pramacs in fourth and fifth, and Mogsy in sixth. So Matthias probably laughing to himself here because it's deja vu from yesterday. As Ras
junior, as a junior rider leading the main class race.
Yeah, but here comes Cammy. He's probably the strongest rider to have got away from turn 1 as Ras outbreaks himself quite a lot there. He goes straight up Matthias.
Corner, Matthias running wide.
Right, and Cammy's going to cut back now, and now, oh my god, it's free abreast going into turn 7. And Cammy's now into second, and we're looking to chase after Matthias as you got the 2 Pramac boys in fourth and fifth, looking to pounce on the podium positions as they file through turn 9 and 10. Liam running a little bit wide there.
Have to watch him here. One of the Pramacs running wide, I think it was Leon.
Cammy is going to just absolutely gain all the time through these corners as that Yamaha can just turn, and in we go into the final corner. Will anyone go for a move? No. Look, so Josh runs wide and Mogsy just turns the bike underneath, but then Josh is going to get just the exit speed and blast past Mogsy down the straight. Absolute classic Ducati style. And Cammy looking up the inside of Matthias into turn 1.
Mogsy up the inside. Oh, he runs on the grass and he runs wide and he's gone down.
So Matthias did a nice cutback move on Cammy there. And Matthias holds firm in first position, but Cammy knows that this is a big opportunity to gain some championship points on Deck and Nelson. He's currently in third, about 15-ish points away from Deck. So after his loss in the Battle of Argentina last week, he'll be looking to bring the win home. As Matthias takes a very defensive line down the straight. Very good racecraft there, but Cammy's going to look at the inside, and Cammy's gone down, and Ras avoids the bike, and that prevents Leon and Josh into third and fourth place. So now you've got Nelson, Cammy, Deck, 5th, 6th, and 7th, the 3 championship leaders. Just disaster moment. Cammy probably just a little bit impatient there, probably just wanting to get into front and clear off, but unable to do so.
It is also a Swedish 1-2 currently as well for Matthias and Ras, both from Sweden, and they're both doing the business in this VollGazzRacing race currently on the second lap, about to jump into the third, but still a long way to go. And the Ducati's kind of getting away with a lot of the stuff that happened, and they're in third and fourth, doing a good job. With is that Nelson back into 5th now? It is Nelson with all the mayhem going on with that turn 1 crash. He's back into contention again.
Taking a very defensive line through turn 1, so he's trying to defend from Cammy. But Cammy's going to look at the inside into turn 2.
Whoa!
Makes contact. He's completely outbroke himself, and Nelson gets a cutback. Oh my god! Contact there.
How did he not?
And the pair of them stay on the
bike.
That
would be a. I don't know whether that was a warning for Cammy there. I'm not 100% sure.
Just tell him to calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say.
And Josh now is coming under pressure from both Nelson and Cammy down the straight. This is where Josh feels most comfortable.
Yeah.
As now they go into the corner. Nelson running a little bit wide, and Cammy goes up the inside as he goes on the grass.
Nelson. Being quite defensive.
At the front, Matthias coming under pressure now from Ras. So, Nelson goes up the inside of Josh there through turn 8. So Nelson now inside the top 4, and Cammy is now going to look to try and pass Josh as he goes on the grass, and Josh going on the green a bit there.
On the green, yeah, we'll just watch him a little bit. Watch also the others as well, especially through this part of the track.
Right, here we go. Deck now on the back of Cammy.
Moxie on the green there, we'll just keep an eye on him. Joe on
Josh
the
running
green
a bit
as
wide.
well.
Oh, Deck having to go on the grass down the inside to avoid any collisions.
I'll just keep an eye on track limits, and if I see them do it one or two more times, I'll just let you know, Jack.
Oh,
that's alright.
Yeah, Cammy getting round the back of Josh, just trying to find any way possible to get through, but Josh running very defensively, and that Ducati is just a nightmare to pass at times, especially coming out of corners. Maybe Cammy can set up a move round the outside of turn 4 as Josh goes onto the grass. Cammy undercuts Josh and takes position, and now Deck has got the task to get through. As he gets round the inside, contact between the pair, but that Ducati's now going to blast past down the straight. But Deck will be looking to go up. Josh doing very defensive riding into turn 6, and Josh defends brilliantly.
Deck on the grass.
And Rast still on the back of Matthias, so this is something to keep an eye on as we see all the championship leaders trying to fight their way back up the field.
Yeah.
So 1.5 seconds to Leon between him and Nelson. So the leaders aren't that far.
Just on the green again.
Deck could be looking for a move, or maybe into. Oh, there we go. It's maybe no into turn 12 now. Maybe into turn 13.
Deck on the green. Moxie on the green again. Okay.
Oh, Cammy going round the back of Nelson. Josh runs very wide, and Deck's going to undercut him. But Josh is going to try and blast past him down the straight with the slipstream. No, he's just not close enough, and Deck is now through. Tia still
could
first.
Try and stay with Deck and try and use that Ducati power down the back straight, the much longer straight on the track.
Yeah.
Because I think the home straight isn't long enough really for slipstream to kick in really. Josh runs very wide. Just probably one more time for Mogsy and Josh, because I saw Mogsy do it at the final part of the track after turn 12, last lap once again.
So it's now into turn 6.
Guys,
Ras is still there. So these two running a very consistent pace right now at the front. Don't know whether this is just strategy. I think it's probably a strategy with Ras, because he probably knows that if these two start battling, they'll have Leon as well as Nelson and the rest of them closing them down quicker than they already are. Well, Joe's struggling at the moment. Yeah, he's closing in, but he's just struggling at the moment. I think he came off worse. I think he came off worse out of all the mayhem at the first corner, as Cammy's still right on the back of Nelson. As now they're on the back of Leon. Leon's gonna have to make that Ducati as wide as possible and use all of its strengths to keep in front of these two for as long as possible. Takes a very defensive line for turn 1. But Nelson's got the run. Possibly a move into turn 2 round the outside. Could turn to the inside. Nelson cuts underneath, side by side through turn 3. No. So Leon holds third place.
Or Josh on the gravel.
So that's not good for him, as
Joe looking up the inside of Mogsy as he made it stick.
Oh, Cammy goes up the inside of Nelson through turn 5. No, Nelson holding, just keeping that bike lent over, not letting Cammy get through at all.
Side by side is both Joe and Mogsy, but Joe's...
Oh, Cammy goes up the inside of Nelson, and Cammy takes 4th position from Nelson. And now Cammy looks to be the one to try and take Leon's 3rd position from him. And Deck also trying to get Nelson. So these three, top 3 in the championship, the pressure's on.
I'd hate to feel like Leon right now. He's currently sat in 3rd place, and he's got, in all, really one of the 3 out of the 4 fastest guys on the grid at the moment, right behind him, and they're just stalking as Nelson Deck run a bit wide again.
Oh, Nelson, a massive moment there through turn 12, probably at the curb or something. Cammy looks up the inside.
Could you give Mogsy a warning if that's possible, because he's just done the limits again in the same corner.
Yeah, so now
the others as well.
And also we've got Matthias. Oh, hang on.
Limits.
Nelson look up the inside of Cammy at turn 1. As they go side by side into turn 2, and Nelson bodges Cammy out the way. Bit of payback from a few laps ago. Cammy holds it round the outside and keeps in front of Deck. So, I mean,
what are we gonna do? We did give Cammy a wall. Cammy and Deck both running wide again.
I mean, it's a bit of revenge, but we just did it, keep it equal for now.
Yep, definitely.
And now this is where Leon can just keep the gap, because that bike will just hold firm just about on the slipstream, but Nelson pulls alongside in the braking zone, and Nelson just forces his way past Leon, but he's round right, and that has allowed the other two to pass Leon as well. Maybe Leon goes up the inside of Deck.
Oh my god.
Side by side, and Leon holds off Deck, but Cammy now is in third, and now they set their sights on Ras and Matthias, who are still together.
Yeah.
If that makes a little mistake there through turn 9, just looking for the best place to pass Leon. He's trying to make this as quick as possible.
Oh, Matthias on the green now, just giving one more chance to Nelson again on the green.
Oh no, Leon's hit the curb and he's gone down. So disaster strikes for Leon. He was doing so well, and Deck making a mistake there for the last corner. Joe's crashed. Joe loses his crash at the last corner for some reason. It's all going on right now. But these two at the front, perfect racing at the moment. As once again, Nelson and Cammy together in turn 2. You just feel like at some point these two might crash at this corner.
Nelson on the curb and the bikes all over the shop, but at the moment I will say I'm really impressed with these front two guys, and especially Matthias. Matthias coming in as a wild card, who is actually a junior rider. He did have a bit of a bad tryout, and that's why
it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was just Ike did just the tiniest fraction better, but that was all it was. But Cammy runs wide, and Nelson goes up the inside, and Nelson looks to have taken third place from Cammy. Cammy, Nelson just holds it round the outside, and Cammy goes onto the grass. It's just tooth and nail here. Such aggression by the pair of these two against each other.
Yeah, I think Matthias is proving that he is definitely well, I mean, the next season of VollGazzRacing will be on 21, so
I think if that
for all we know,
again,
people could bump up and bump down, but Matthias is looking pretty strong for a main league ride for the next season, and I think he's proved it, because Ike, as Jack said, just did slightly better in the trial, and that's why Ike got the main ride and Matthias was in the junior. But Matthias is getting stronger and stronger every round, and he's riding really well on the Saturdays when he's racing normally.
Moxie now getting onto the back of Josh, looking to try and enter the top 6. I think with these with the 3 and 3rd, well, with Nelson, Cammy and Deck, I think they're probably on the verge of track limit warning. Dugsy's gone down, and I believe he's made contact with, I think he's taken Josh with him or something, because Josh has also dropped. But we haven't seen what's happened there, but hopefully we can find out afterwards.
I'll see if I can talk to Josh now that he is still in the party. I'll see what he's saying. Josh, do you know what happened?
So Nelson now going into turn 6, and so
okay, thank you. Just to clear it up, it does seem that Multi did go for an inside move on Josh, and he did take him out with him, unfortunately. That's what from Josh's side, but we will have to see footage from both to get a good understanding. But if it's very much like that, then it seems like it was a bit of a incident involving those two. So
it's maximum pressure still from Ras to Matthias as these 3 file through. Cammy on the green, so I'll give Cammy a 1 for track limits.
Yeah, Deck's got probably one more chance. I've seen him do it very slightly a few times.
I think the other two have got Deck onto the grass there. That is not ideal for him. As 4 laps remain, and this is it's not really possible to call how this could go, because Ras has just sat in 2nd place this whole time, sort of doing a Deck from last week, and he could be setting up a move That's at a point that Matthias might not expect, but we just don't know at this point.
Ooh, the bike all over the place for Joe though as he went on the curb. Near enough where Marquez crashed. He managed to stay on just about.
Now down the straight.
That guys.
Matthias just running very defensive lines, very nice. As Ras has a little bit of a twitch through the corner, so he's probably shifting a little bit too quickly, and the engine braking's kicked in. But Nelson holding Cammy off. This is a good position for Nelson because you'll gain some good points on deck. He's currently 5 behind, I believe, with this 10-6. He'll be 1 point behind deck, so be good position.
Guys are closing, if you've noticed, Jack. Nelson and
well, I don't think
Cammy
that's
and
a quick
Deck are
enough
closing. It's not enough. No, it's about 0.2, 0.3 a lap at the moment, and with 3 laps to go, it's not enough. So, which is unfortunate. Just keep an eye on the guys that have kind of got one more. Joe on the green, there's a slight bit there. I think Josh and Deck have got one more chance as Josh. There's a bit of a moment there.
Through turn 1 they go.
Buys out Lorenzo. Yep. Everybody's quite close together though, which is really nice to see. There's not huge gaps building between the riders.
Matthias has also got his only rider, as well as Leon, but his only rider in the front pack without penalty time, so that could prove crucial.
Last one's wide. Ras nearly on the grass there. That could have been disastrous for him. But
still in touch.
Nelson's actually closed the gap to 1.4.
So the gap's closing.
The gap's closing.
It's the clock's ticking.
Yeah.
The laps are going down. The corners are going less and less, and
2.5 laps to go.
It's unknown how this will go. As Muggsy and Josh making contact with each other from the hit markers. Don't know what kind of contact they're having, but the front pack is still so close.
I will say,
oh, Matthias on the grass there.
Matthias' front tyre's a little bit cold.
He's probably going with the hard front. He probably think he went with that yesterday. So I don't blame him for going for the exact same option as yesterday's. Ras is now right on the back of Matthias, but Matthias riding very defensively, very well.
Yeah, on the green again. Whoa! Josh nearly going into the back of Muggsy there.
And now we start the penultimate lap of the race. Ras right on the back of Matthias, so Ras could be setting up a move someplace. Nelson's gone down. Nelson's gone down turn 1, and he is going to be absolutely fuming, possible table bangings or whatever.
Oh, but someone else has gone down in the back. Joe's crashed there as well.
Turn 1, slippery road for the Hondas.
I saw Joe, a Repsol in the background, and it was Joe.
Muggsy's dropped down as well. Oh my god, Ras having a massive snap of oversteer there, coming out of turn 5 as they break now into turn 6. Ras very strong. Matthias holding on for dear life, and Cammy holding off Deck, who's managed to claw back the 1.9 seconds he was back a few laps ago. So it looks like it's going to be Matthias versus Ras for the win. Cammy versus Deck for 3rd place. So Deck got one over Cammy last week. Cammy will looking to get one over Deck this week. As now they go around turn 10 for the penultimate time in the last sector.
Deck's bike's whirling out there then.
So into Lorenzo corner for the penultimate time. Matthias has led from the word go. He got the launch. He got onto turn 1 first, and he's held it. Ras has been on his tail the whole time. I don't even know what the maximum the gap's been. Probably like 6/10 or something like that. As Cammy is right. He's got Deck right on his back wheel. As now to go through turns 3 and 4.
Whoa, a bit of contact from Muggsy and Josh there.
Yeah, so going around turn 5. Matthias has just got a big enough gap at the moment to not really have to worry about some kind of move on the brakes from Ras. As Ras closes in so much, but he's just not close enough to make a move. What about Deck? Deck is not close enough either. So I feel like it's probably going to be a classic last corner move for the positions here, unless one of them can pull out something out of the hat. As Deck goes quite wide on the exit of the entry of turn 8, so maybe he took a bit too much entry speed.
Very close.
Right on the curb.
Matthias, pressure's on.
So here we go.
Matthias now. Oh no, there's a bit of a move. Oh my god.
Go on the
Bit of a
curb.
moment there
Here
for
we go
Matthias.
through turn 11. And now through turn 12. It's the final corner.
Here we go. Will there be a move in the final corner?
Moggs has gone down.
Moggs
Here
has
comes
gone
Ras.
down.
Ras is not
Matthias
close enough.
going really defensive.
Matthias, nice defensive line, and he's gonna do it.
Win.
Matthias, unbelievable!
He's won.
It's 2 out of 2 in her ref. Unbelievable! Wow. Cammy comes third.
Well done,
Ras at
Matthias.
second.
Top
Cammy
man.
gets third. Deck is fourth. Nelson will be absolutely kicking himself, finishing fifth. He had third place. Well, once he wrapped up, he had third place, and he was holding off Cammy brilliantly. Joe finishes sixth.
Oh, Moggs
Leon
had a
finishes
crash
seventh.
on the straight.
Josh is eighth.
Moggs had a crash on the straight. What?
He probably did a stop.
Really
Josh.
strange.
I don't know. God, was it?
And he's going for wheelies, and he's.
Yeah. And Moggsy will finish in 9th place. Wow.
Yeah.
So
What a race.
Matthias, the current VollGass Junior Championship leader, smoked the field yesterday, and he won again today. Unbelievable. Ras doing a great job in second, just wasn't close enough to make that move at the end there. He got so close, but just not close enough. Cammy in third, doing a good job clawing back some points on Deck, getting some revenge from last week. Deck in fourth, Nelson in fifth, just kicking himself. Joe in sixth, he'll be fastest laps. That's fastest lap by quite a bit as well. So he'll be kicking himself for the mistakes he's made and everything at turn 1. Leon in 7th, Josh in 8th, and Moggsy in 9th. Wow, what a race.
Wow. Just.
Is Matthias in the chat? Chat, so 1 moment. 1 moment and I'll have that sorted.
As Ras joins us now, and Matthias also. Just wait for our 3rd place finisher, and we will be good to go.
We'll just give it 3 minutes.
Yep. Let me know when you want to get started if he doesn't come in, Chuck, because it's the second finisher we'll be speaking to first if he doesn't join. I don't think he did last time, did he? Last week?
No. Right, we'll get started.
Okay, so we will start with our second place finisher, Ras. Well done on the P2. You were behind Matthias for pretty much the whole race. There's a couple of times where I think you tried to go for the move but it didn't quite work out, but you got a solid P2 finish, so well done, and just tell us how you felt the race went. I understand, you kind of thought about it quite a lot, and if you have that penalty, there's no point really risking the move and it not working out and then losing a lot of positions, so you thought about it really nicely and you've got some good points for your championship, so well done, and I'm sure we'll see you on the podium again very soon, so well done.
So we go on to our winner for two nights in a row. It's Matthias. So yesterday you smoked the field in the junior class. Today qualifying wasn't as simple, but you got a great launch into turn one, avoided all the chaos, and then you just held off Ras for 13 laps. And just explain how that race was for you. Yep. So well done for that. I'm sure that was not what you expected to come out of this, but well done, and good luck for the races next week. So that has been round 7 of VollGazzRacing. Next week we'll be at Catalonia, so we'll see you then. Goodbye.